now we begin the finals of the men's trampoline individual event. This is where the top 8 gymnasts from qualification battled out for that gold medal at a World Cup here in Baku, Azerbaijan. This is the first World Gymnastics World Cup trampoline and tumbling event of the year. We are honoured to have some of the very, very best, including, in my opinion, the very best trampolinist in the world. That is Ivan Litvinovich of AIN 1, who has scored the highest score in the world, won the last 2 Olympics, and effectively, if he completes his routine, which he does almost every time, especially in World Cup events, he wins quite comfortably. Despite the extremely high quality around the world, he is just somehow on another level. So the gymnasts starting off with their one touch. That is their chance to get used to the environment, the lights, the trampoline. They are already warmed up before they arrive, but it's just keeping the legs going. So a reminder, if you're not aware, what happens is we have 8 gymnasts who qualified from qualification. We actually have gymnasts that qualified down to 12th because of the 2 per country rule. So for example, in this competition, we have gymnasts that qualified in 1st, 2nd, 5th, 6th, 7th, 9th, 11th and 12th, with some gymnasts not able to qualify. And that helps keep variety of nations competing. It's always interesting to see what the coaches say and do at this point. Often it's about confidence and the psychology. Looks like we are going to see some huge difficulty, just like we did in qualification. We saw Ivan Litvinovich do a 20.7. Yes, you heard that correct, a 20.7 difficulty, and yet have the highest execution. So, to clarify, he had the highest execution and the highest difficulty in the prelims. That is astonishing. Here is the start list of the final for the men's individual trampoline. Gymnasts compete in a randomized order where the first 4 qualified in the bottom 4 of the qualification components and the second 4 qualified in the top 4. So that means the gymnasts competing 5, 6, 7 and 8 have qualified through ranking in the top 4. So you will roughly see a higher potential scoring based on what they did in qualification. Obviously everything can change the final, nothing is set. They do start from 0, so nothing holds over other than a slight adjustment in the order you go. Some prefer to compete later on because they get to see what the other gymnasts do and can potentially adjust. Though often it's simply down to preference. During the one touch, that warm-up, coaches often put the mat in just to slow down the trampoline, slow down the gymnasts on the trampoline even. And just look at the height. If you've not seen Ivan Litvinovich before, this is him. Making trampoline look, well, would you call that easy? I don't know. He jumps incredibly high, but his technique is of such a high standard. He can make it look easy, but I promise you it's not. And of course, finishing up the one touch, that's the final warm-up for the gymnasts. We have a gymnast from Azerbaijan competing here in Baku, Azerbaijan.
Warm-up time has ended. Please welcome Yontucu Turkey.
Starting us off in the men's trampoline individual final, we have Hüseyin Engin Yontucu of Turkey. Stretching those shoulders, very important when taking off, and in many positions that the arms are up tall. Here we have Hüseyin Engin Yontucu of Turkey. He's just working through the routine with his hand there. He's got it loaded in his head. Let's see it. He came 69th at the 2021 World Championships in Baku, home soil. Starting the triple, twisting triple. I don't want to curse it, but this is fantastic and significantly better than he did in qualification. Oh, superb. What a routine to get us started. He scored 58.557 in qualification, but that looks significantly better than that. He unfortunately came into a mistake in the second routine of qualification.
Known for his dynamic routines and stroke execution,
the 25-year-old did not compete at the last World Championships. Looks like he's back. A very complex routine with multiple triple somersaults, including a twisting triple somersault in skill 1. Let's see what the judges think, which gets added on to the objective scoring, which is time of flight. The machine calculates, and horizontal displacement. And there we have 59.26 for Hüseyin Engin Yontucu. And now we have Isaac Rowley of the United States of America. He qualified in 9th with 58.99. The 26-year-old came 26th in the world in Pamplona. That is the recent World Championships in Spain. Very dynamic into that drift pike. Rapid shapes. Losing a bit of height. Oh, superb push into skill 10. Very strong finish from Isaac Rowley of USA.
Gymnasts can reach heights of up to 10 meters. That's as high as a 3-story building.
Great to see the gymnasts are all friends during competition. His coach there, Steve Gluckstein. A very, very successful trampolinist in his own right. Competed in the London 2012 Olympics. Using his experience to help Isaac Rowley. Who put down a great routine. And that is 59.11 for Isaac Rowley of USA. And now we have Roman Barkov of Kazakhstan. So he qualified in 12th with 57. Came into a bit of trouble in qualification. Let's hope this all goes to plan in the final. It does start from 0. So it's everything to play for. What a strong start of triples. Can he hold it? Oh, unfortunately not. Did I curse it? I hope not. What a start. So much quality. That's a real disappointment when we can see such amazing skills and difficulty.
From around the world, let's raise our voices
Roman
and show
Barkov,
the true spirit of united and sports
a 23-year-old who came 38th in the recent World Championships in Pamplona, Spain, with a massive 58.58. I say massive. Wait until the latter half of the competition, where we did see scores up to 64. That is 36.6 for Roman Baku of Kazakhstan.
Roman Neudachin dünya və Avropa mütəxəssisisidir. Etibarlı və texniki cəhətdən güclü sinxron çıxışları ilə tanınır. Please welcome Builu Andrei, AIN 1.
And that is 47.59 for Roman Nudichin of AIN 2. And now we have Andrei Builu of AIN 1. He qualified in second with 63.24. An absolutely huge score. The synchronized world champion. Current. Just look at the height and the control. Again, when I say they're making it look easy, I feel guilty because it is incredibly hard. It's a Miller triple twisting, double back in the middle, and a Randy out, a 2.5 twisting, double front pike. Huge difficulty, and then obviously the Miller plus, because why not? The quad twisting, double back. Almost looks like the routine is easy for him, when I promise you it is not.
To represent his country at major FIG competitions, known for his powerful high and precious execution, he competes among the world's top athletes in the men's trampoline events.
What a treat that routine was from Andrei Builu of AIN 1. There's a reason he's a synchronized world champion. Came 6th at the World Championships individually. How will he compare with 63.24 in qualification? My guess is around similar, but I am not a judge. And there's a lot of other factors in play. Time of flight, horizontal displacement. It was 19.2 difficulty in qualification. And there we have it, 63.55. An improvement on qualification to put him comfortably in first place for Andrei Builu. Now we have Maxim Didenko of AIN 2. Qualified in 6th place with 60.47. He is just 17 years old. Incredible height again, and going with the massive difficulty in the center of the routine, middle of the routine. Lifting nicely. Using a full Randy and a Miller plus. Oh, what a shame. What a shame. Such a strong twisting finish to that routine. That was a 3.5 twisting double straight front, followed by a quad twisting double straight back. But unfortunately, it looks like the twist
gymnastics became Olympic in
just
Sydney
caused
2000 Olympics, and it has amazed the world ever since.
There will be deduction for the fall in that skill, but I suspect we will see him again. Maxim Didenko, incredible quality. At such a young age. But even with the deduction, it'll be interesting to see how he does. The judges have to debate exactly how the deduction occurs. For example, was that an extra skill, an extra out jump? Was it a fall? And there we have 59.52. A very impressive score considering the mistake at the end. And now we have, just as you do, Ivan Litvinovich, just the greatest trampolinist, arguably of all time, who scored 64, yes, you heard it right, 64.82 in qualification. Just look at his height. This is the trampolinist who had the highest execution and the highest difficulty in qualification, making a half-inch drift pike look easy. And As a massive fan of the sport, I really hope we see. Oh, that is such a shame. Such a high quality trampolinist.
One of the main stars of the
I didn't
World
curse
Cup
it.
is Ivan Litvinovich, a two-time
Love watching
Olympic
Ivan
champion,
Litvinovich.
known for his high difficulty and outstanding execution.
You got a preview of his quality though. Those first few moves were the best we've seen. A half-inch drift pike, so that's skill 2, is a triple somersault in the pike position, and because of the half-in nature, needs a huge straight element, and he made it look so easy. The timing wasn't rushed like effectively other gymnasts have to do. He was able to simply lift because of his height and control, power.
Please welcome Masudov Maksud, Azerbaijan.
That's 38.69 for Ivan Litvinovich of AIN1. And to finish us off in this final, we have Masudov of Azerbaijan. Qualified in 5th with 61.07. The 18-year-old. He came 3rd in the Cottbus World Cup last year in 2025. Using the Miller mid skill and the full Rudy. Slowing it back down, double back pike. And the full pike to finish. And as you can hear, very popular with the home fans. That's great from Masudov.
Masudov is one of Azerbaijan's leading trampoline gymnasts, representing the country at major FIG competitions. Known for his
get the 10 skills
height and
completed.
controlled landings, he brings both power and pressure to every routine.
We will await the judges to see what he scored. There was a variety of twisting elements, somersaulting elements. So a reminder, he is just 18 years old and scored 61.07 in qualification. That's great to see the whole team supporting him in the kiss and cry area as well. What will the judges give it? Time of flight, remember, that's how long you're in the air, is calculated by a computer. It's completely objective, same as HD, it's horizontal displacement. That's where you land on the trampoline. There was a little bit of travel, so the machine will deduct a little bit for that. Oh, this is nervous times, isn't it? There's nothing you can do now. How will he do? 61.07 would put him in the medals if he got the same score as qualification. Where will this finish in the World Cup for Masudov? Whole team looking nervous to find out. whether there is a medal for the Azerbaijan gymnast on home turf. This is a nervous wait. I wonder if the judges are debating the shapes. Was there a repeat element, for example? So if you're new to trampoline, it's important that all the skills are unique. If, for example, a straight somersault and a pike somersault are considered the same, then the difficulty needs to be deducted for a repeat element. So that's 3 unique skills. So that had bent legs as it came out. So there is a chance the judges are debating whether that was a tuck skill as opposed to a pike skill. Though I'm not sure he used drift tuck. So, yeah. It's full Rudy. Double back pike. So far it's looking like all unique skills. Though obviously if he goes from a pike to a tuck, then they need to change the difficulty. Judges set the difficulty based on what they see. Gymnasts complete a difficulty card, which is the routine they intend on doing, but they're not penalised if they do a routine different to what they write down. So for example, if the piked triff gets called a tuck triff, there will be less difficulty than he hoped, but no other penalty in terms of difficulty. Judges have to get this absolutely right to make sure the appropriate medals are allocated. I can't imagine what Masudov and his team are feeling. This makes all the difference. Is the gymnast from Azerbaijan going to win a medal here in Azerbaijan? There's 3 gymnasts that scored 59. So if he scores around 59, he could score anywhere from a high 59, could score him as high as 2nd, but drop him as low as 6th. So there's a lot riding on the precision of the score. The other option, sometimes with delays, is an issue with the equipment. So for example, there is a machine, a time of flight machine, that measures the time of the gymnast in the air. So the higher the trampoline jumps, the better, the higher the score. And it also scores where they land on the trampoline. That's the HD, the horizontal displacement. That is all done by machine, but if the machine fails, which is extremely rare, especially as the system's been in place now for many years, but on the very, very off chance it fails, the judges need to go back through the video replay and calculate it by eye. Well, they used to. I would be unsure exactly what the process is now, but it's a complicated business. do apologise for this wait. As I said, this is very important. The score is done right. We can see Seljan Masudova, also of Azerbaijan. They're probably trying to look at the scores maybe. In support of Masudov. You can see the judges urgently looking at something there, so they're doing their best to make sure the correct score is calculated. And there we have it, 58.33 from Masudov to put him in 5th place.
Dear friends, we have watched the final performances of the gymnasts in the first groups. We will start award ceremony in a few minutes.
And there we have the results. Andrei Builu of AIN1 winning with a huge 63.55. As you can see, scoring over 60 is a huge deal. And at Andrei's level, he was able to get all the way to 63.55. Unfortunately, in the 59s and 58s, it was very close between 2nd, 3rd, 4th and 5th. There was a deduction, it looked like, for Masudov. A massive win for Andrei Builu. Congratulations to him. Unfortunately, a few early terminated routines, but that is the nature of such a tricky and complex sport.